Son of Krypton versus... Wait, that's not how it goes. It should be grandfather of Krypton versus Krypton. Because that is what the show is about. The grandfather of Superman. And if you didn't get that reference at the intro, then I don't really blame you, because it was from Batman versus, you know. But just remember, people, not everyone hates that film. I love freaking Jesse Eisenberg, son of Krypton. But anyway, everybody, welcome to the BobaTalks channel, and this is where we talk about all things nerdy and nerdiness and of nerdiness and things that are nerdy. But anyway, this is my Krypton first impressions video. Now, you could look at this like a review, but I'm just going to call it a first... What is that? But no, really, this is like the essence of what I got from the show, and do I think it's good? Do I think it's okay, or do I think it's bad? And I, you know, if you want me to make more videos like this, I would love to know if you would like me to in the comment section down below. Now, I know I'm late with posting this video because everyone and their grandmother has posted a Krypton review, or, you know, what they think of the show when the show came out, but I've been busy, very busy with the Gotham stuff on the channel, if in case you haven't noticed, and there's probably gonna be someone in the freaking comment section saying, "Hey Boba, we don't want this, we want Gotham." Well, screw you. But before I go and delve into a little bit of my first impressions of this show, guys, let's have a look at what you guys think. Yes, you. To be honest, I probably should have waited a bit longer for some results, but I posted a poll on the community section of my YouTube channel, which is one of the few good things YouTube have actually implemented into YouTube in recent memory. And some of you may not be familiar with the community tab, but it allows me to post anything I flipping want. Well, probably not anything, but you know what I mean. But polls, pictures, freaking questions, everything. Not everything. And I asked you, and I wanted to get the general consensus before I made this video, because I wanted to include it in my video, you know, with your responses. So I asked you, what do you guys think of Krypton? And I gave you 3 options. 1 being good, it was a blast. 2, okay, I'll keep watching, I mean, it deserves a chance after all. And 3, bad, it wasn't good, or just, you know, give me another reason. And everybody, at the time of making this video, there is 145 votes. I probably should have posted it a bit before that, because it's only been up for an hour. But anyway, 145 of you have said spoken your mind, or at least voted your mind. And you have landed exactly where I feel on this show. And that is, the most of you, 62% of you think that it's okay, I will keep watching, it deserves a chance after all. 21% of you think it was good, I'll keep watching, it was actually even a blast. And 17% of you think it was bad, like, it wasn't good at all, and if anything, just no. No. So I also asked you guys if you could, alongside your vote in the poll, leave your thoughts alongside your, you know, vote in the poll. And some of you have, so I'm going to read out a couple of, you know, your comments, because I said I would. But also, I like how it involves you guys in these videos, and I might do more of this, you know, what I'm doing now in the future. So Dominator Reacts says, it was good, but the guy going back in time is kind of meh, but everything else was good. 8 out of 10. And you said that is okay, I will keep watching, it deserves a chance after all. Scotty Plyer Pop Cult Fan says, good, I will keep watching, it was a blast. And your comment was, I thought everything about it was good. The overall look and feel of this world was very organic and definitely maintained certain elements from Krypton we saw in Man of Steel. I thought the actor playing Seg-El was very good in his role. The only part of the story I am a little bit skeptical of is the time travel aspect of the story. I get what they're going for, but they don't need to constantly reference Superman for us to be engaged in what is going on in this world. Interesting comment, man. That's some really good thoughts there. Aaron Smith says, okay, I will keep watching, it deserves a chance after all, by saying, at the moment, I'm preferring Supergirl's Krypton, the one where Supergirl's parents were at fault for extorting the planet, and it was the villains, plus her aunt, who tried to save it. So I'm not going to read out any more comments now, and this is onto the part of what I thought, you know, my first impressions, and ultimately, kind of, I land in the middle where everyone, well, 145 of you voted in this poll at this time, which is okay. It was good, but it wasn't bad, but it does deserve a chance after all, whatever it freaking said in my poll. So I thought the first episode was, like, I don't know if I want to say good, because good is like good. But it definitely wasn't bad, but it's kind of in between average, like mediocre, and good. And I guess there's excellent up there, but it's just under good. First of all, what did I like about it? Well, first of all, I like the fact that this show, Krypton, has, you know, a bit of grit in it. I mean, it has freaking blood. It has, you know, not under the covers, completely sexy kind of scenes. And that's not exactly what I crave in every show, but they're not shy, you know, in a Superman show, which obviously some kids, or like, they're appealing to a bit of an older audience, you know, with stuff like that. And it's not all about, you know, that. Obviously, what I mean as well, like the scene where, you know, they've got the knife through their hand. That was good. I'm glad you get vibes from a pilot in the show like this. It's just... It shows that there's going to be more stuff coming that is serious. For example, and I know this is Gotham I'm comparing it to, but Gotham's like that, unlike where the CW isn't. If on the CW they'd shoot somebody, they might not necessarily show the arrow every time going in them, unless they save it for a very specific moment in a few episodes of the season. But whereas on Gotham, kind of like what I'm getting from Krypton, they, you know, in Gotham, they have shotgun people on the floor. I mean, in the last episode, Sophia Falcone got shot in the head. They don't shy away from stuff, and that is where I feel like Krypton is going. And I like that in superhero shows. I wish the CW was just a little bit more like that. And this is where I feel like Krypton, for a lot of diehard Superman fans, is going to really, really tick that part of the box. Now, as for the cast, I didn't think it was megally bad. I thought Cameron Cuffy, I'm sorry if I freaking Cuffy. I'm sorry if I butcher that name. But Segel, I thought it was good. Like, obviously, it's the show's like lead. I wasn't like freaking blown away by his performance, but he was not bad. He was nowhere near bad. He wasn't even mediocre. He was definitely, it was above mediocre, yet again, just under good. I think mainly this is kind of what I put in the poll, is like this episode and the cast and everything like that. I'm not going to judge too harshly because it was the first episode. And there's been many shows that I look back on that I've really, really diehardly enjoyed, where if you even watch half of the first season, it's like, holy crap, how did I watch that show? It was cheesy AF. And I'm not saying that about this show. It's going to be like that. But what I am saying is, it's probably going to be so much better than what it already is, which is pretty good, in several episodes' time. So I'm looking forward to that. This show definitely has some promise in it, and the premise is pretty cool of the show. Obviously, it's a couple of 100 years before Superman. I like how it does have a slightly different take on the Krypton, how, the House of El, the destruction of Krypton. That might kind of annoy some other people who, as I've read out in the beginning of this video, like Supergirl fans, like that kind of Krypton setup. But in terms of the premise, it did definitely grip me, the beginning scenes where the grandfather was executed, and then you kind of, the kid grows up, Segel that is, and then the family's living basically in the world of this, Krypton planet, and, you got all the city, and they're meant to be up there because they're the House of El, but they haven't, they've completely lost their rank. And I get it, it's like all this was okay. I didn't really, like the bar fight scene and stuff like that, it was just like, okay, this is kind of slowing down a little bit for me, but I know they wanted to just groove their way in there with different characters and introducing Segel in that way, a bit older. But like, I don't know, I'm kind of looking forward to just them getting on with some other things, which they did do in the episode as well, like, the Fortress of Solitude. And then when we actually met Adam Strange, and that's another thing I'm really looking forward to in the show as well, Adam Strange. I'm looking forward to see how much it alters from his comic book version. Now, obviously, I don't expect a full Ray Gunny kind of comic superhero version of him, but maybe we might get teased with that. And that's another thing I want to say about this show. There are so many opportunities for Easter eggs, so many, and one of the comments at the beginning of this video is they don't need to keep referencing Superman, obviously, to keep the show alive, and that's true. But one thing Gotham did well, which it didn't actually set out to do, and I don't think Batman, Bruce Wayne, was even meant to be in that show originally past a couple of episodes, is actually develop, like, the Batman storyline very, very slowly over the seasons, but they can kind of keep slowly referencing Superman. They don't need to, but they can keep teasing us with little things like that. I've heard rumors that we might be going to Earth and stuff like that. I haven't looked too much into this show in terms of that, in terms of what we've seen at panels. I have heard about Doomsday and stuff, but like the idea of going to Earth sounds really awesome, or glimpses of Earth, because, the grandfather might, see glimpses of his grandson, Kal-El, Superman, which is going to be really, really cool. I really, really like the idea of the hourglass of Superman's cape, and how, when that kind of disintegrates kind of in a weird timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly way, then Superman's erased from existence, and then, essentially in the eyes of this universe, or this Earth world, parallel world, everyone is screwed if Superman dies. And to be honest, I mean, there are plenty of other heroes out there, but yeah, Superman's a pretty big protector of Earth and the galaxy and stuff. Obviously, the production and, you know, the design and the CGI and just everything like that, I was very impressed with it. I don't really have too many complaints. One thing, this show I am very excited for, and it's going to definitely keep me watching, is the whole Brainiac stuff, you know, what they kind of dropped at the end. And, you know, if you looked into this show a little bit, we knew was coming. Not only does Brainiac look awesome, but, you know, his freaking ship, like, you know, the world freaking destroyer or something like that, the collector of worlds. It is really cool, and I can't wait for more big scale stuff like that. I mentioned roughly Doomsday earlier. I really don't know how excited I am for that. I feel like in every freaking show, like, I know there's only really been Smallville, but, you know, everything, or Supergirl and blah blah blah, it's like Doomsday. Like, it's like you don't need to rely on Doomsday. Like, Doomsday doesn't need to be in freaking everything. I know a lot of you will be excited about Doomsday, but I just feel like we've seen Doomsday so many times. We don't need Doomsday. But kind of back to the cast, as I said, like, I know they're good, and they will probably get a lot better as the episodes go on. Like, things like this strengthen over shows, you know, they get used to the production and things like it, you know, things flow better. But, you know, there was little moments in the episode where, you know, whether that's Segel's parents, I can't remember the actors' names for them, but, like, there was just moments where it was a bit cheesy, and I didn't feel as pulled into the scene as what they were trying to portray. Like, I don't know, when they died, that was pretty, I guess, dramatic, but there was other scenes just before they died with his mother just shouting out to the freaking room, you know, when she was basically on trial, and it was meant to be dramatic, and I was just like, I'm not really feeling this. Maybe they should have added more suspense music or something, but I don't know, I just didn't feel mega drawn in there. But this is what I mean, I'm not judging this too harshly, because I know this kind of side of the show will probably get better as it goes on. Once, I guess, it fleshes out, and then maybe I feel a bit more connected to the characters, even though these characters are dead now. To be honest, guys, I could go on forever, you know that. I do like to babble on, but I'm going to kind of stop there, because this is meant to be kind of a first impression video, and not a mega review video. As I said, yeah, I could go in to detail about every scene and what I thought about this and that, but this was my overall impression of the show. I'm pretty sure I've given my impression across. Do I think Krypton has the ability to get season 2? Way too early to say. Like, I'm not gonna even go there. The premise of the show is interesting. I remember when it got announced, I wasn't mega excited for it. I think a lot of people like that, but then you realize, yes, there still can be a story, even though a planet blows up. So I'm not one of those people. So I do have hope for this show. I think the first episode was better than what I thought it was going to be, which is a good thing, obviously. But at the same time, it didn't knock anything out the park for me. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't mega interesting, but it has definitely caught my interest for a few things storyline wise. You know, as I said, the Brainiac stuff, more Fortress of Solitude stuff, which I didn't mention, Adam Strange, and just I don't know, future references and Easter eggs, and I guess, you know, reclaiming the House of El is a cool thing as well. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you thought of this show. What did you find most interesting about it? What was your favorite part of the episode? Did you feel about the episode as I did? You know, okay, it deserves a chance after all. Like, let's see how it goes for a few more episodes before saying bad. Do you want me to make more Krypton videos? I could do kind of like reviewy stuff, I guess, post episode, but you know, that's, you know, just up to you guys ultimately. If you guys don't really respond well to this video, I guess I won't make it. But apart from that, everybody, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like it. The like button is just somewhere down there. No, I don't mean to point to the dislike button. If I'm pointing to it, don't click on it. But either way, if you're new to this channel as well, why not subscribe for more potential Krypton videos like this? I'm sure I will do some more Krypton videos along the way, even if you guys necessarily don't want me to review them. I might do freaking, I don't know, news updates or so. I don't know, something. Don't forget you can follow me on social media. The links will be popping up on the screen somewhere around here. I do have Patreon. I just want to say thank you to all of my lovely and wonderful, beautiful individual, every single one of you patrons. It's so easy to say Patreons, but that's not how you say it. But anyway, thank you to every single one of you. If you want to join the Patreon family, the link's in the description below. I believe the tiers are pretty cool, so check them out and see if you want to pledge for some cool-ass Boba rewards. Other than that, you can join my Discord server. We are a growing community. You can join it, and we talk about everything nerdy, including Krypton, in one of the channels. So why not join it? Apart from that, guys, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
son of Krypton,